All right, welcome everybody to this week's webinar. This is Lasse Young. I want to just start off with giving a little bit of a overview of what we're going to be, a couple of items here to start. Feel free to chat in on the right-hand side, any questions you have. As we go, we're happy to answer those. There's a chat box there in the right-hand side that you can ask questions. Also down below, if you scroll down, there's a questions area down there. Feel free to ask questions there. We probably will cover the ones down below at the end. There's also a poll, so there's some questions there that we've asked you to answer. If you're interested in learning more about our platform and things like that, so feel free to answer those, and that way we know who we could reach out to afterwards who's interested. So I'm going to turn it over to Dan. Dan's going to kind of introduce us today and get us kicked off.
Lasse, thank you very much. Hey, everybody out there in NBA world, thanks for dialing in. We really appreciate the time you take to dial into the calls that we have. And I just want to thank Lasse and Kevin for going to give the presentation today as well. As many of you know, IXN, we've had a long-standing relationship. And like any new company, especially in the tech world, when they were doing websites, they came out with a bang. And like any small business, they have this amount of business and focus and growth. And then because of the changing environment, decided to go into some different things, which right now are absolutely fantastic. They have really reinvented themselves, and I give you guys a lot of credit for staying in there, listening, more importantly, just listening to what the needs are of PGAs and specifically with NBA members. So this, through reinventing themselves, I just got a text saying that they can't hear anything. So
Dan, I think you're just going a little in and out. So if you get closer to your speaker, you should be okay.
Okay. All right. Hopefully, we'll get this going. But apologize for the quality of the audio. Anyhow, I just want to say thank you to you guys. IXN has really come into their own now, and really has created some tools that you can use. There have been, let's see, quite a bit. I was really excited when we were at NAILBA and got to meet Lasse again and reconnected, and then got to meet Kevin Palmer, the CEO. And Kevin's an outside the box guy, which I think if you can think about technology companies today, you really need to have somebody who's outside the box that doesn't get stuck in their own way. So anyhow, I'm going to turn it over to them. I still don't think my audio is working all that well. So without further ado, Kevin, why don't you jump in and let us know what you guys have going.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Dan. And we're really excited about this partnership with you all. We know we've been working with a few of your BGAs over the years with some of the early products that we rolled out. But we are now expanding into pretty much some of the core distribution technology that BGAs require, and then have taken it even a little bit further with some of our mobile app solutions and electronic processing with carriers. So quick introductions. Again, I'm Kevin Palmer. I'm the CEO of IXN. Come more from a traditional financial services background, started in banking, and then rolled into my first startup, building out one of the first digital wealth management solutions that got acquired by a big mutual fund company called Legg Mason a few years back. And then really started getting involved in the insurance space on the digital transformation aspects, which is where I'm sitting today. And I'm joined by Lasse Young, who is our Chief Revenue Officer. Many of you have seen him running around the industry and at trade shows over the last couple of years. He now also has oversight over our entire BGA brokerage business line. So all of your feedback is really near and dear to Lass's heart. So the more feedback you give us, that's where all this cool technology comes from. So as we start kicking off the webinar, really wanted to talk through about who IXN is for those of you who have not heard of us or who are not working with us today. But we're one of the probably the most innovative insurtech company in the life insurance space today when it comes to building out brokerage tools and working with carriers. We rolled out our mobile app, which is what many people know us for. And it was really to how do we make life insurance easier for agents and advisors? And if you think about where the world is going, most of us have that cool little smartphone sitting in our pocket. And there's so much power in here. It's not just used for texting and emailing and reading the news, but you can now actually do most of what you need to do as an agent or advisor right from your phone, whether it's quoting, whether it's doing needs analysis, whether it's dropping an e-ticket into a selective carrier. That can all happen right from your phone. Getting status updates, communication from home office out to specific agents through notifications, advertising, all of that can be done right from your pocket. So that's where we started. And, I always like talking about sort of, when we talk mobile, everyone hears IXN. The main reason for that is if you guys went into like your app store and typed in life insurance quotes, there'd probably be about 85 or 90 mobile apps that popped up. 4 years ago, there was probably 3. Of those 90 mobile apps, almost 75 of them are IXN. They don't say IXN, they say our partners, our BGA customers, because this is your tool, this isn't our tool. So it's all white labeled. But most of these BGAs have come and they're running on IXN's rails in order to do all of the processing. We are definitely scaling. I know as of the end of 2019, we had done 30 million quotes on our both web-based and mobile platforms. So that's it's a good number of quoting across the biggest carriers in America. I think as of this month, that number is now trending at north of 40. It's not due to just organic growth that people are just quoting life insurance more. It's mainly due to customers transitioning to our platform, which is a really good sign for any business. And one of the other things when we start thinking about innovation, I know most of you are more traditional BGAs, but just in the fourth quarter at LIDMA, we were voted for the People's Choice Most Innovative Solution of 2019 with what we've developed from being able to digitally quote and drop tickets with one of our partner carriers. So we are really pushing the envelope and what we can provide to brokerages and BGAs. And we're really excited to give you a quick demo of some of the feature functionality that we've not only added to our agency life quoter, which is our web-based solution, and our forms engine and our e-applications and e-tickets, but give you a quick glance into that mobile app, which is really what everyone knows us for in the industry. The nice part about this partnership, which we're going to get to later on, is we've tried to create a really good pricing model with a fantastic partner in Dan and everyone in trying to make sure how do we drive as much adoption into a consistent platform at a very affordable price, which hasn't always been the case for a lot of the other technology vendors that have run around in this industry. So I think when we get to the end of this presentation and start talking about that, there was a lot of thought that went into how do we get as much of this cool technology in your hands at a price that's affordable. So I'm going to pass this on to Lasse, who's going to sort of dive in a little bit in more granular detail into the IXN ecosystem and the different feature functionality of all these tools.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Um, Hi, everybody. You all know me pretty well. I think most of you, you've probably seen me over the years, and great to be on this webinar. I was hoping to see you all in Dallas. I was really looking forward to it, but I'm sure we'll see you again this fall. We're planning on being down there. So this is kind of, instead of being at your conference, we wanted to make sure that we showed you some of the new things that we've got going on within the IXM system. And so I'm going to give you a brief overview of the IXM products and the different pieces that we offer. And then we're going to pop into showing you some of the new things, some of the, and probably in our current platform, there's new things that many of you haven't seen. But we'll talk about some of the new things that we're doing and go over that pricing that we worked out with Dan and Janice, the leadership team over there. So over the years, we've really listened to, I remember we first went to an NBA meeting back in Las Vegas at the Rio like 6-7 years ago. I don't remember exactly when that was, but when we first came with our platform, there was a lot to be desired. And over the years, we've listened to a lot of the feedback, and we've added a ton of functionality, a ton of data that we're getting all of our data directly from the carriers now. And our platform ultimately solves a lot of technology questions and solves a lot of the needs of the brokerage industry. And so a lot of that came from feedback from this group especially. And so within our platform, we have the ability to market. So we have our website development services. Many of you have built websites with us. We have our consumer-facing quote engine, which allows you to do lead generation, things like that. And then we have our Live Quotes API, which really kind of allows you all to, if you're, it allows you to access our data if you're looking to build your own platform, like online marketing, direct marketing, things like that. Over here, we have our quoting tools, needs analysis, product information on our platform, and then the ability to apply. So tickets, e-apps, and traditional PDF. A lot of great tools within this platform. And everything we do, like Kevin was saying, everything we do is cross-platform. So everything we do is available on mobile as well as desktop. So we try to make everything available on different platforms. So that because agents nowadays are selling from the golf course. Well, not currently. Golf courses are still open, I guess. But they're selling from on the go at lunch with their customers, in the homes of their customers, things like that. And we try to make it as easy as possible. We try to make it so if you're working with a PNC shop, our tools really help them access the tools, make it easy for them to write life business, and helps you with the recruiting side of things. So the first product here that many of you have seen is our Agency Life Quoter. This is our web-based quote engine. We launched a new one a few months ago that has we've added final expense to it. It does term and GUL. We do table rates and riders and waivers and things like that. It has integrated forms right into the quote results. You can do tickets, you can do e-apps, and it's a really nice user experience. We've really taken a lot of the feedback that we've gotten over the years and improved this platform, and it's a really nice platform. It can be plugged into your website, and then it can also be embedded into, so some of the new integrations we have are with some CRMs and agency management systems, which we just launched our Smart Office integration recently. So if you're if you're using Smart Office, or maybe you're considering switching from your current platform to Smart Office, our systems work really nicely together. So you can run a quote right from Smart Office. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But really, it's designed to be embedded so it feels like it's part of your platform. They can use it from your website, from your AMS, from wherever they are. We have our forms engine. This is our carrier forms engine, and we've added a lot of carriers in the last couple of years to this platform, and we've added a lot of data to this as well. So Some of you who are current users of this may not know that we recently added product marketing material as well. So if you go into the forms engine, and you can actually find not just the new business forms, supplemental forms, customer service forms, but you can also find carrier marketing materials within that forms engine now. So make sure you go check it out if you're a current user. And you search, when you go to search your forms in the left-hand column, there's a consumer marketing and an agent marketing tab. So check those out. But this is our PDF generator. So you generate new business forms, and you can add let's say you want a new business form and you want to add an aviation questionnaire, or things like that. So you can really build your new business packets that way. And then we have our mobile app platform. Kevin was talking about our mobile app platform and how our mobile apps are really, this is the industry's premier mobile app platform. We're really the #1 provider of mobile apps out there. And what we do is we build a custom branded app for your agency, and we put that in the App Store and the Google Play Store. It's a great efficiency tool. It's a great recruiting tool. Within the app, there's the ability to quote and do drop tickets. You can run needs analysis. You can put your own custom content in here, and you can push messages out to all the users through that app. And again, it's branded for your agency. So there's a really nice recruiting aspect to it. So when you're going out talking to that PNC shop, and you're trying to get them to place their life business with you, you can, this is a great way to recruit them and add some value and differentiate yourself above other agencies. We also have our e-ticket solution. So our e-ticket solution allows you to do short applications. So drop ticket, we call an e-ticket, is an electronic ticket. We have some integrations with companies like Applicant, so you can submit it there. We have some integrations directly with carriers, and there's more coming on that as well. And and so really nice ability to do it from your web platform as well as your mobile app. You can submit it directly to the carrier. This is new. We just launched this a few months ago. This is our e-application platform. So this is something we partnered with a company called Paperless Solutions Group to provide a full application process that is completely digital. So you can go through and fill out the full application digitally and even send it off to your client to e-sign the application. And so when you buy our package, this comes with it. So this is going to be your in good order application solution for digitally filling out the full application. And then I mentioned earlier, we have our Life Quotes API. This is the ability to access our rates and all the data that we have on the back end. That if you're building your own user interface, so if you're a direct marketer and you're doing some marketing online, or you just you have some developers and you want to build some tech, we can help you with the data there. And then we also have our website services and our consumer-facing quote engine. So this is our lead generation tool. So and we do have reseller programs and things like that for this. So this is going to be consumer-facing quoting that can be plugged into your website, one of your agent's website, or if you're working with a PNC shop, you can purchase this and put it on their websites and have the leads come to you. It's really kind of a cool platform for that, and it's got some great integrations for CRM, for lead management and stuff built into that as well. And then, of course, we do websites for agencies and for agents. So we can be your technology partner for if an agent comes to you and they need help building a website, you can refer them over to us and we'll give them a great deal. And then last but not least, we have the IXN dashboard. And all of our products come with the dashboard. That's where you manage all your IXN tools. So from within the dashboard, you can select your carriers, you can update your members, your users, you can set up your third-party integrations. Lots of different management that goes on. You can even set up custom notifications for them to come to wherever you want, as well as one thing that we do that I don't think anyone else really does is the ability to really see analytics into your platform. And so there's a real-time analytics tool within the dashboard where you can see who's quoting, what they're quoting, how much they're quoting. And then we can also set up custom reports to come out to you automatically if you want that. You just got to talk to our support team about the custom reports. So that's really the overview of the IXM platform and what's what's there. There's a lot of tools within that. There's a lot of features within that, and so we're going to talk about some things that are new here. One of them is this our e-application solution. There's probably a lot of questions about this, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I went over it already, but really what's cool about this is you give your agents the ability to choose. If they want to do a drop ticket and they want to do a short application, hey, this is a small case, I just want to get it submitted and let the carrier handle it from there. You can go that route. Or if they, maybe it's a big case and they say, I don't want to trust this to a call center. I want to fill out the whole application, but I want to do it digitally. I don't want to send out an application to the customer or deliver it, especially in today's crazy day and age. Now they can fill it all out. They can do it over the phone and then send it to the client's email to e-sign it and check and verify that all the information is correct. It's a great, really nice solution. And it's baked right into the product. Here's the carriers that are available, so you can see most of the major carriers are on this platform, and they're available for the full e-app there. We've also added final expense. This is something that we added a few months ago, or I guess 6 months ago now. So we've been working on other lines of business. We'll give a little sneak peek into that here in a little bit, but here's our initial carrier list that we've launched with. So you're able to quote final expense on the IXM platform, and that's available. Again, no extra cost. It's just baked into the product. This is probably the biggest lift that we've done. Many of you who are current customers probably saw us working through a couple different iterations of our agency life quoter, and this is ultimately the one that we settled on. A ton of new features within the quote engine. And a lot of this came as a result of questions and requests by our customer base. So there's a new user experience and workflow. You can quote multiple face amounts now in the quoting process. There's some new advanced embed configurations. You can quote by product feature, and so you can search by feature. So you can, if you're doing, here, actually, let me show you. So if I'm in here and here's the quote engine, right? And I run a quote, you can actually filter the quotes by product feature. So I can go up here on the filtering option, and I can come down here and say, hey, I only want to see quotes that have an option to decrease face amount because this is going to be a mortgage protection type product. Or I only want to see ones, this one's been popular lately, that have an accelerated underwriting program. If let's say you're selling on living benefits and you want to see ones that have critical illness covered or terminal illness covered in it, you can see that here. As well as you can click on a carrier and you can see what features are available from that carrier. Nobody else gives you this much visibility into product features of each individual carrier. And you can even do comparisons. So let's say we want to compare the top 5 here. Click the ones we want to compare. And you can compare those features right here, as well as share those features in a PDF format as you send them out. So a lot of nice new features that we've baked into the product here, and made available for you. Bring up my presentation here. Here we go. And really, we've focused a lot on speed, user experience, and scalability. So, if you're familiar with kind of how technology has gone in this industry traditionally, you've probably seen that it's very slow, right? And that's because a lot of the platforms aren't built to be scalable. So we've built our platform to be able to add features and to grow it and be able to quickly do so. So it's not a whole overhaul every time we want to add a feature. And I did want to answer a question here. So Mark Powell asked, is there an e-app solution that doesn't require mailing to the client, i.e. control my screen? So really what the e-app solution does is the e-app is filled out by the agent. The customer, you do have to you don't mail the application to them. You can download it and mail it off, but there's an e-sign ability in the application. So you can email a link to them. They click on that link, and that allows them to open up the application, verify that everything you filled out is correct and accurate, and then sign it, just like if you were to use like DocuSign or something like that. So they never have to actually touch paper. So hopefully, Mark, that answers your question there. You don't have to sign it. Now you can do a screen share if you want. So if you're using like a Join Me or GoToMeeting and you want to share your screen as you're going through the application and have them tell you what's in there, you could do something like that. But it's not filled out by the consumer. It's filled out by the agent. So just that's kind of how that works. Hopefully that answers your question, Mark. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this new member pricing. So I'm going to turn this over to Kevin. And Kevin, you can go through kind of some of the things that we've worked out for you guys with the NBA leadership.
No, that's great. If you want to flip to the next slide, Lasse. So the big thing that we wanted to do is make sure that we put forth pricing that encouraged the NBA groups to adopt the IXN tools. And that's not only the biggest BGAs, but also the smallest BGAs. As you'll see here, we've tried to do it in 2 separate bundles. Personally, I think the web and mobile bundle is probably the best deal that you are going to see out there. We've packaged our mobile app as well as that agency life quoter, the forms engine, all of the e-app, e-ticket, underwriting guides, etc., into one bundled pricing. That's $550 is just the standard. Where we've tried to get really creative here is as NBA members adopt and you guys start sharing best practices, which is one of the things we see in a lot of the IMO groups, we are going to discount the pricing across the board. So that's not to say number 21 is going to be getting a better price than the 20th member to come on, but once 20 members come on, all 20 members, their pricing goes down. And then as you hit the next benchmark of 40 member BGAs coming on and utilizing our tools, again, all of your pricing will come down again. So we've tried to encourage not only a bundle discount pricing, which, if we pick these pieces apart and you bought our mobile app and then our agency life quoter and then our forms engine a la carte, which historically and other groups are forced to do, you'd be spending probably about $900 right out of the gate for those solutions. So Dan and team have really worked to negotiate a great price for everyone on the bundle, and then we tried to put some creativity in as you guys adopt. The pricing will come down. We've also set up and given you guys some encouragement, and this was Lasse sort of getting into this, by discounting the implementation fees for this. So you'll see the setup fee for this bundle has been discounted down to $22.50, and then for incentive to move, we also said if you make a decision before the end of the second quarter, you'll get an even a greater discount on that implementation fee. We also put together just a web bundle. So this is more like a starter package without that mobile app. So if you have an older demographic agency group, or you don't think you'll get as much use out of the mobile app, first call me because I'll tell you why you should get the mobile app. But if you don't think it's good, we've also put just the basic web tools, which is standard out there. If you looked at some of the other web-based solutions out there, no one else has a mobile app. We're the only one. So this is more in line with what exists out there from your iPipeline, your eBix, your CompuLife, etc. Again, that's at $400 with the same discounts as you hit 20 members, 40 members, 65 members. So both of these solutions are solely for NBA members. They're very, very, very competitive pricing where hopefully if you're on an existing platform today, you'll be able to get additional feature functionality as well as great cost savings by doing a transition. So that's, if you have questions, feel free to write them in right now. I think I saw one question about agency management systems. One of the nice part about IXN, which we should touch on, is our open architecture nature. So instead of being a black box that unless we develop it or own it, you don't get to utilize it, we've plugged in and integrated via digital connectivity with many of the what we would label best practice or best in class solutions in the marketplace. So even though we have our direct e-ticket and our ability to go direct with carriers, we understand brokerages have their own workflows. So if you are a brokerage that, let's say, works on applicant, we're integrated with applicant. If you are a brokerage that works on Ebix's Smart Office agency management system, we recently did a partnership where we're fully integrated with Smart Office. So case status flows back and forth, and our agency life quoter and forms engine is embedded into that agency management system. We've also done that for Insurio, Duku, and a number of other agency management CRM systems out in the marketplace. From an e-application solution, we are tied into Paperless Solutions Group, as well as having our own direct as well. So when you start thinking about IXN, you're talking about the best, most innovative quoting and e-ticket processing platform in the life insurance industry today. But we are also very, very open to working with other solutions out there in the marketplace in order to meet the needs of the brokerage. So a little bit of a different model than what you're probably used to if you've been around this industry for a while with many others.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Kevin. If there's any questions about pricing, here's our, just to give you guys perspective, here's our just kind of standard pricing. So you can see it's discounted quite a bit when you're talking $550 for everything. And if you add all these up, you're talking about $850. So and so great deals here for you guys, and especially this, the setup fee discount's pretty big too. So you can thank your MBA leadership for that. So feel free to reach out, guys. There's a poll here at the bottom, so you can pull in any. We asked some questions about if you want to be reached out to, what are you interested in, things like that, or just chat it in on the right side. Looks like we have some people that are chatting in here. But we're gonna pop into kind of what's coming here soon, but let's answer a few questions here first. Alan, you asked how many MBA members have the IXN system now. So the way it works is it's based on members who have our brokerage products, and I think I just did a review. They just sent me the latest member list, and it looks like we're at 21 members right now. I need to just do one last check and verify that. So everyone who comes on moving forward, and some of those who bought into this package already are going to be coming in at this first tier price. So we'll verify that, but reach out to me, and I'm happy to walk through that with you. So hopefully that answers that question, Alan. So we should be at about 21. So I think we're just over that first tier there. So that's great. Let's see. Chris said, my office has had the web package for years with IXN, just added the app, and we are using Smart Office for our CRM. Our staff is so excited about what we can do with both systems. So not a question, but really appreciate the compliment, Chris. We're excited to help you market the app. So we do some different things on how to help you market, things like that, and get the word out and do recruiting using the tools. And so we can set up webinars where I can join a webinar and train your agents on how to use it. We can record that just like we're doing today, and you can post that on your website. We provide marketing material to help you market the app solution. And there's a lot that goes into it. And for those of you who have worked with us, you probably know our customer support's really good. You can call us and we answer the phone. Some of you even have my personal cell phone number. But just because we've gone to bars together and done the chicken dance, right? So let's see here. Another question here. Once a person signs up, how long to be up and running on average? Looks like Kevin said that, but answered that. Yeah, so basically the agency life quoter, the web tools are up pretty quick. We're up within, usually within 10 to 24 hours. And then with the mobile app, it generally takes about 2 to 6 weeks, depending on how fast you get back to us on and things like that, like Kevin said. Dave, are we guaranteed the 20-member price, and how long are the prices locked in for? So this is a 2-year commitment. So you're basically locked into that price for 2 years, and you're guaranteed that price. And if we go up a tier, you'll even go down further. So we wanted to encourage you to share this with other members and get everybody better pricing. Alan, I'll need to look at your account, so let's we'll take that one offline. So we'll just need to take a look at your account and where you're at. But I'll reach out to you about your question about a price reduction there. So we'll just need to take a look at that. Feel free to keep asking questions, guys. We'll try to answer them as they come. But let's move into a few other things that you want to see here. So what's coming from iXN? So some of these are actually, we just recently launched them, and so we just haven't updated. But if you have our mobile app platform, you probably saw that there's a new quote results screen. So when you go to run a quote on a mobile app, so here's my actual phone screen here that you see. These are all different apps that we've built for different agencies. And I go in here and I open up an app, and let's see, and I want to run a quote. Oh, gotta log in real quick. We've added a new quote results screen because we've added so much data to our platform, like the product features and different things like that. And you can come in here, and when you run a quote, when you get to the quote results, this is brand new. So this actually is available now. So when you click on a carrier, this screen is brand new. So you can actually you can see in the quote results product features, AM Best data, so some of the financials of that carrier, as well as any kind of disclaimers that they have, and kind of the breakdown of the product. So a lot more data here in the results, so that's a new thing. We also have, on the mobile side, we added a case status integration. So what this is if you're an iXN customer and you're also using SmartOffice, you can hook the two up for case status notifications. So where this came from was, I was at NALBA a few years ago, and we went to the Life Brokerage Technology Committee meeting. And a lot of times I don't get a ton out of that meeting, but this year I did, because what happened was they did a survey of all the BGAs that were there, and they asked everybody, hey, what's the biggest headache for you in your office that you feel like technology could replace or fix for you? And there was questions about quoting and application submission and all these different things. But far and away, the thing that was asked about the most, or was the biggest headache for agencies, was getting case status out to their agents. And so what we did was, we've had this mobile app platform for years, and we have this notification tool where you can custom message all your users right from within the mobile app. Well, we looked at what's out there and the different systems that are out there, and we looked at SmartOffice as one of the premier systems in the platform. And so when you come in here and you're looking at your pending case, this is actually SmartOffice that I'm working in here. They've given me their demo. But as the case status changes, your agents can get real-time case status updates right on their phone. So this is really cool, guys. So, it doesn't replace a case manager, but it replaces or augments a something that they do that takes a lot of time, right? So whether you're updating it manually or if it comes down automatically because they have automatic carrier case status feeds, your agents get notified right on their phone, real time, and so you can move those things along. Like, hey, so for example, if I go back and show my screen here, hey, your policy is in force or is submitted or issued, or hey, we have a 1035 form that's needed, or 1035 exchange funds received. So really, really cool integration that we've done there with Smart Office on the mobile app side of things. We also have a new needs analysis calculator that's actually coming, so that's in the works. And then we're also working on a health analyzer that will be web and mobile. I'm give you guys a little sneak peek. We're working on this with a partner called Paperless Solutions Group. So so it's in the works now, and you'll see this coming here soon. This is a very basic view of their platform. We're going to take it and make it look like ours and make it really nice. But you can come in here and you can ask about autoimmune disorders or breathing and lung disorders, cancers, any kind of health questions you can ask, and it'll tell you what carriers are recommended for that and what the price is and what rating they should be at and things like that. This is an example. So that's another thing that's in the works, and it'll be integrated into our mobile platform as well as the web platform. So on the web platform, again, that'll be there, as well as we're going to be adding a needs analysis calculator to the web platform. That traditionally hasn't been there. That's going to be something new that we're adding. So we've also got some different integrations. This one down here at the bottom left is in the works. It's called Insured Connect. It's kind of an in-force policy management solution. We're going to be integrating our quote engine in with that. We've already integrated it with Smart Office, Insurio, and Radius. So let me show you what the Smart Office integration is. Let me show you actually in Smart Office. So we're going to, oops, not advanced search. So this is pretty cool. So if you're using IXN and you're also using Smart Office, there's no extra cost for this. I want to reiterate that. But if I'm in here in Smart Office, I'm working in a contact record. You can see there's a little IXN button up here at the top right. So if I click on that, what'll happen is it'll open up the IXN quote engine. It'll auto-fill any of the information that we've already collected, as well as the agent information if it's there. And I can then, adjust it to what I need. Hey, I want to also do a $500,000 quote and $1 million. And then we can run a quote and do everything that your agents are doing through the website. So your case managers who are in the Smart Office system and who need access to that can access that right from Smart Office, and it eliminates some dual entry and passes that all the way through even to the application. We've also integrated our forms engine into Smart Office. So I'm in here in Smart Office in my dashboard, and you can see there's this IXN forms button up here at the top. So really great integrations there to just make the solutions work together really nicely. So that you can use the two in conjunction, and again, no extra cost. If you're a client of both, we can set you up with these types of integrations. So those are some of the Smart Office integrations. So I'm just going to skip through these slides because we already showed those. We've also got an Insurio integration. So Insurio is an industry CRM for managing leads and things like that. It's a great platform, very affordable. So we have our consumer-facing quote engine, where traditionally you had to manage the leads in the IXN dashboard, which is still there. But if you want something that has a little more power to it, more marketing tools, things like that, you can now integrate your consumer-facing lead gen platforms with Insurio, so the lead gets posted right into Insurio. And this is a screenshot of what Insurio looks like and managing a contact within that system. So really, really nice integration there. And this is probably the biggest thing that's coming soon that we can talk about. Kevin, do you want to talk a little bit about this slide?
Yeah, and this is, as you probably can guess, of where we've come. So starting with the most basic term, going into GUL, then venturing into final expense, where our vision is to be a single platform for all of the personal lines that you really need in order to support your business, rather than bouncing back and forth to different systems, which is unfortunately the case today. So right now we're in the process of bringing on annuities and LTC onto the platform. Our goal is to have those up and running in 2020, along with BI and your traditional UL permanent products. And there's the permanent side might come via partnership, but all four of these product lines, if everything continues to go as planned, is on the roadmap to be developed inside the IXN platform in 2020. So as we are very, very good at doing webinars and product updates and features, these are some of the additional product extensions you'll be hearing about over the next 6 to 9 months. So super excited about these. A lot of this, again, as I said earlier in the chat, we try to listen as much as possible to our customer base and to the BGA community. And, as I started listening more and more, and we put a really formal process into developing solutions to meet those needs, these four sort of jumped off the page. And from a ranking standpoint, it's really going annuities, LTC, disability, and then the permanent solution.
Yeah, so that should be really exciting. I mean, I think that's really cool that you're going to be able to access all these different lines of business from one platform. And so that's and we're working really hard on this, and it's going to be pretty slick. So you'll be able to jump back and forth and quickly compare and be able to get all that from one place. So that's our presentation for you guys. Really, thank you for joining us. Here's my direct contact information. Please feel free to reach out. If you ask me for a demo in the chat or in the poll down below, please take a minute to fill out the poll questions there, if you don't mind. But if you feel like reaching out to me, feel free to reach out. My name pronunciation is right there for you, so you know how to pronounce it if you don't know me. But feel free to reach out, and I'd be happy to answer any questions, do a private demo, see if it's a good fit. I'll leave you with this. I was doing a demo for an agency the other day, and they were using another vendor who I won't name them, but their initials are iPipeline. And we were looking at their current packages, what they were offering, and what they were using basically in the agency management system, quoting everything over there from that other vendor. And between us and Smart Office, we were able to replace their entire platform and cut their cost in half. So it was a pretty great deal for them. And in today's age where cash is king, and with everything going on in the world, a little bit of savings can go a long way. And so we've cut the setup fees, we've cut the monthly fees to make this work, and we partnered with some agencies so it can fulfill the whole solution for a lot of you guys. And so hopefully this has been interesting to everybody, and you've seen how far we've come and some of the great solutions that we have. Yeah, love to talk. Feel free to reach out. Follow me on LinkedIn, Twitter. I'm posting things on there all the time. But I'll let Dan kind of finish us off. If there's anything you want to say, or Kevin, if either of you want to say anything else here at the end, and then we'll feel free to, if you guys have questions, feel free to stick around after that, chat them in, and we'll continue to answer questions as long as they keep coming in, and go from there.
No, great job, Lassa, and this is Kevin. Dan, I just wanted to thank you for all the work that you've done over the last couple of months, working with us in order to create these packages and bring the solution to NBA. We're excited to continue to expand the relationship more broadly with all of the member BGAs, and you have my commitment that not only will we deliver fantastic digital solutions through our technology, but our service is world-class. You'll see Carolyn's little face in that chat. If you ask around the industry, she leads our customer service group and is very, very accessible. So we are only as good as our technology and our service, and that's one of the things that I can commit to. We will always strive to be excellent. So if there's additional questions, feel free to shoot them through the chat. You have us on for a few more minutes. We'll make this video accessible so that you can share it more broadly if there are people that were not able to attend. And I know LASA is doing web demos for people all day, every day. So it's very easy to schedule time with us. We can dive in and go into a lot more detail in the technology through a web demo, so you can see feature functionality and all of the direct relationships we have with the carrier industry. So thank you for your time. I hope everyone is staying safe during this unprecedented time. And if you're like me, who has 4 young children, managing the homeschooling while working remote effectively. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah. And did you have anything?
Yeah, I think Dan was having issues with his microphone before.
It sounds like we're all right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up. I'm just going to answer a few questions here. Thanks for joining. If you don't have any questions, feel free to jump off, or if you want to stay and listen to the questions. So Varsha, looks like you asked if my website is already set up with iPipeline tools and I want to switch to your solutions, does that require a complete revamp of the website layout and design? Absolutely not. So we can. They're pretty easy to switch out. We can work with your web developer. Carolyn, who answered there, is happy to help. It's a pretty easy transition. Not only that, but we also build some great tools into our platform to help transition your agents. So you can see my screen here. Down at the bottom, there's this little toolbox. And the first time they open up the new quote engine, they'll actually go through a nice little tour that explains to them how to use it. Not only that, but included in your package, no extra cost for this, we'll actually do a webinar if you want. We can host it like we did here, or you can host it and we can be a guest. And we're happy to do a training on how to use it, best practices, what all the features are, things like that, and train your agents on transitioning. We find that most agencies have a very easy time transitioning to our platform, mainly because the user experience is something we really focus on. We try to make it as easy as possible to use and access the platform. So hopefully that answered your question there, Varsha. And but it's pretty simple. Alan wrote in, Carolyn is great. She is definitely the glue that holds this place together. So she's if you've talked to her, you'll know that she takes great care of our customers. One of the nice things about IXN is you can call us, you can live chat right on our website or through your dashboard, and you can talk to someone live, or you can email support and actually get a reply back really quickly. So we take a lot of pride in our user experience and our customer service and working with our customers. So let's see here. It doesn't look like any more questions are coming in, so I think we'll end it here. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us, and hope you all are staying safe and have a great rest of your day.